Welcome, welcome. You got me. Welcome to the show, the P.O.P show. Each one reach one, each one teach one. If you are that one, then you already know that you are enough to get it right when everything going wrong. And if you don't understand that this is about power, peace, love, unity, and all the positive things that bring a light, then you got me fucked up. Come on. Come on. We know that your attention is the most powerful thing that you can pay. So if you're paying me some attention right now in the moment or on the replay, I just want to let you know that you're worthy of my best. And I'm going to give it all I got to plant seeds. A power of perspective that makes you think about your own position, that makes you yearn to understand how it works. When I say make, I'm talking about inspire. Welcome to the tonight, man, on the P.O.P show. Gonna talk about defense. There's a principle of polarity. Everything has an opposite on the same spectrum of truth. In order to have hot, cold must exist. In order to have love, hate must exist. Wherever there's an offense, there must be a defense. How good is your defense? It's either real to everybody or it ain't real to nobody at all. Alexa, tell me something good.
We all we got. We all we need.
It's either real to everybody or it ain't real to nobody at all. She got on me in the green room. She said, you don't let me talk that much no more and you don't let me teach. Alexa, what is the principle of polarity?
The principle of polarity suggests everything has opposites that are connected. Think of it like hot and cold. They're different points on the same temperature scale.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Trab. Happy to help anytime.
Polarity, offense, defense. How good is your defense? Do you even understand that you have a defense? How often do you play defense? I came upon this question in real time. I'm going to tell a story called Bonnet Head Asshole. It's a defensive story. And I know what some of you might say, well, God, bonnet head asshole, before we even get started, if the hoe hang you up, you can replace the hoe with anything. Bonnet head ass anything. That's the name of the story. I was on Bradford Drive. That's in the hood if you're from Charlotte, you know, on the west side. I went to a Chicken King. Ordered my food, sat in the car for a minute, dug the scene. Went in when I thought my food was ready. I was waiting, so I got in a small, soft conversation with the guy who's running the register in the front of Chicken King. Young guy, looked like he's in his mid-20s. Well, it could have been mixed with a little Spanish Arab. I don't know what he was. Joe Crook, you already know what time it is, man. Welcome to the huddle, brother. So me and him talking. I say, man, how your day going? He says, all right, man. Feeling good. You know, we just having small talk. In walks a bonnet head ass hoe. She walks through the door. She comes to the counter. She says, I got to pick up for Meredith. As if it should be ready and I ain't got time for no bullshit. The guy looked at it. He said, can you verify the order? She said, I forgot my phone in the car. I ain't got time to go to the car. God damn. Every time I come up here, it's always some bullshit. God damn. I say, damn, this a bonnet head asshole. He look at me like. So she come back in storming with a phone, show her phone. Look, don't you see Meredith? He said, okay, I just need you to verify. He gave her the food. She snatched the food. And he said, be careful, be careful. Got time for this shit, oh bullshit ass, bitch ass nigga. That's what the bonnet head asshole said. I'm just sitting there looking like, damn. So she goes sit in the car, and he looking humiliated. Young brother, good attitude. I'm talking about a matter of seconds ago, a moment ago, a good attitude. I'm talking about we in there having a small talk conversation. Now he humiliated. He said, see what I go through, man? He said, she calling me the N-word, and I'm not even one of those. I'm Hispanic. I started laughing in my mind, like, God damn, boy, you can be one for the moment. But he humiliated. So I asked him, I say, man, what's up with the verification? He said, well, listen, man, when people do Uber Eats and the order's paid for, I have to show a verification. See right here, he's showing me, he said, look, see, she still haven't even verified the food. Now he getting mad. He said, see, but on my end, you have to verify that you pick it up so that it shows I'm no longer responsible for the food. The delivery is responsible. But if she don't pick verify, they just come, they take the food and they eat it, and then it come back on me. I'm responsible for producing the food again. He said, so my boss tell me I got to verify. Man, I'm just doing my job. I say, listen, brother. I said, well, man, you handled it good, brother. I said, that's what come with it, man. I said, don't let that destroy your day. I said, I think you handled it well, man. He said, thank you, man. He said, I'm just doing this, man, so I can get me a car. Man, I'm so tired of this, man. I deal with this all day. I wanted him to understand. He had a strong defense. When I say a strong defense, imagine your peace. Imagine your joy. Imagine you wake up at the break of dawn, rising like a sun do because you're a sun too. Imagine you brushing your teeth to your favorite song in your mind, only to lead to a moment where in comes a bonnet head asshole. You got to be able to protect your peace like a ball. You got to be able to defend it. See, misery love company. Don't get caught up in the title or the symbolism. Understand what I'm saying when I say a ball, bonnet, head, ass, wearing hoe. I'm talking about if she ain't being a hoe, don't be a bonnet, head, ass, wearing anything. It's to be or not to be. Do not be someone, a woman, a man, or whoever who wakes up in the day and leave their house without the respect and dignity of yourself. To be or not to be. Don't victimize the symbol that I'm using. Look at it from a perspective of to be or not to be. Not choose not to be someone that walks in an establishment with a bad attitude for whatever reason. Your whole intentions, desire, and everything about you is made to be rude in the moment. Misery loves company. So you got to be able to defend your peace, your joy. Came on playing a song saying, you got me fucked up. I made that song with a purpose in a defense of way. See, when I feel disrespected, when I feel like somebody selling me short, when I feel like somebody trying to place me in a box that I don't fit, when I feel like I'm being stereotyped, when I feel like I'm being judged and you ain't even real enough to be in the moment, I had to create a chewing bone for my ego. So I made that song, you got me fucked up. When my ego wants to break the chain. I sang that song and my soul begins to groove. It's part of my defense, to be or not to be. You got to choose not to be. They say in order to beat a man down, you got to get down on the ground with him. See, some people ain't got no offense. Some people ain't got no love. They don't know how to drive it. They don't know how to push it forward. See, I saw that man defend his peace. He didn't succumb. Because let me tell you something I told you I saw on that young man's face. I saw humiliation. She embarrassed him in front of me. And this man or woman, I don't care which way you go. See, the real to everybody or it ain't real at all. And I'm talking real life shit. Humiliated person is one of the most dangerous people to be in at any moment. When a person is humiliated, they would destroy and kill in that moment. So just as much if he didn't have the defense to defend his dignity, his pride, his honor, he could have jumped over that counter and bust her bonnet asshole in the head. And she would have been the victim. Nobody examined the slip. We only look at the fall. Sometimes the defense scores. Using an analogy, how good is your defense? I've been in situations, it's talking real life shit. You become vulnerable when you care. Caring is an offensive nature. Anything that has a positive, light result, intention. Associate all the words with that. That's offense. That's how you score. Everybody see the glow, but everybody can't handle the glare. Those that can't handle the glare become the opposition. They become the defense that's trying to stop you from scoring. It must exist. It has to exist. It ain't working if it don't exist. You can't score without resistance. You can't maintain without defense. There was a man walking 3 blocks with his daughter's birthday cake. He didn't have a car. But his daughter wanted this 2-layer birthday cake with a high ballerina on top. He called around and asked everybody, could you please help him pick up his cake? It was a fragile cake. It couldn't be moved or shook a lot. And he was going to take a risk walking home with it. He called everybody, please, will you go help me pick up my daughter's cake? Nobody would help him. He had to make a real decision. So I got to walk and carry it. Only thing you knew was he just wanted to get the cake home intact. He wanted that cake to be pure like his baby imagined it. He wasn't the most coolest and he wasn't the most popular guy in the neighborhood. Nobody feared him. And when there's no fear in a cold, cold world, you be subject to humiliation. So he walking with the cake. He nervous. And there's some envious people that see him and see his concern. They can see it in his face, what this cake means to him. He ain't got much, but what he do got is a commitment to his child. And these some old deadbeat ass motherfuckers, the opposite of a bonnet wearing head asshole in a man form. Some bullshit motherfuckers that become envious and jealous of his pride and his commitment to make this cake home safe. So they began to throw obstacles, and it became the joke. I'll make you drop that cake. And he like, man, y'all go head on, man. Please, man, stop playing with me. But when there's no fear, there's no respect. And that's the backwards ass world we live in. But he had to cross the street. And there was a man watching it. And he got caught at the red light and he had to wait. He said, hey, man. He said, I see what's going on with you. He said, you defend that cake. He said, stop holding it out. Pull it close to your chest. Put your hands up under it. Hold it like that. He said, hold it firm. Be strong with it. Don't you let nobody get in the way of your mission. Man gave him a posture. How to defend out of. And he made it home. See, sometimes you got to know how to defend something. How good is your defense? Sometimes people know you feel good. See, let me tell you something about love. See, technology, art, it's a reflection of life, real life shit. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, all of this is real. See, I call it the Bruce Leroy glow. Heroism. When it comes from the inside, I'm talking about the inside, the core, when it's real. And you defend it. And you attack with it. It permeates. It goes out wide. People can feel it. I said, they be feeling me way before I hit the door. And when they see me, they be staring like I'm something they ain't never seen before. I'm a transformer. There's more than me than what meets the eye. You can catch me in an offensive form where I'm giving. I'm on the move. I'm letting love drive. First down, first down, first down, touchdown. You can catch me in a moment when I'm on defense. When there's someone who sees what I'm working for, sees what I got. Talking about you, I ain't talking about me. If it's real to everybody or it ain't real to nobody at all. So I'm talking about myself, but we all one. We all the same. We all can keep our eyes on the horizon and know when the moment feel good. All I'm saying is when you in that moment, you better have a defense to protect that. Because people will make you want to turn it over. Bald-headed ass, bonnet-wearing ass hoe, or the same thing, qualities and personalities and characteristics in an old bitch-ass motherfucker. And I'm talking about white, black, Asian, or what the fuck ever. I'm talking about in the spirit, in the intentions. They can come and want you to fumble that light. You gotta know how to protect it. I want to give a shout out today, man. I put a video up with some real hero training. Organic. My brother Crump say, man, he asked me Monday. He say, man, Thursday, will you be free Thursday morning? I say, yeah, man, what's up? He said, man, I just need you to be somewhere between 7:30 and 8. I ain't asking no questions. We had a talk about, man, we got to crank the table back up. When I say we got to crank the table back up, I'm talking about levels of leadership where men of destiny meets hero training in powerful real life shit amongst people who are leaders. So when he tell me, let's go, I'm ready. I'm strapped up. I'm there. I get there as Mr. Roosevelt, Trayvon, and Antonio, and Mr. Ray. I said, what's going on? Say we got these three gentlemen, man, that want to get some training and understanding about electrical duct work and all the aspects of putting up over the stove hood. I said, well, this is what it is. Let's go. Two young men that want to be there, one in college to be an electrical engineer, and he's sharp. It's more than what meets the eye. I work in a field of manufacturing where the electrical engineers have so much of a passion for learning the concepts of robotics, the concept of the future that we fear. PLC technology. I'm talking about the state-of-the-art manufacturing. And I'm talking about under the scale of what we consider cool amongst our peers. These are weirdos, but these are the ones who have a special interest in understanding how it works. So sometimes it ain't packaged. Young brother smart. But they ain't never done what they finna do. So the first thing we gotta do is we gotta bust a hole in a cement wall. And they're amazed at the process along the way. But there was a moment when one of them was holding a hammer, chiseling on the outside. And I stopped him. He had the chisel like this and the hammer like this. I say, stop, man. I said, let me tell you something about life. See, it's either real to everybody or it ain't real to nobody at all. I said, listen, man. I said, you only as powerful and you only as strong as the position you put yourself in. So do you understand what I'm saying? We had a talk before amongst men. I say it's about learning. It's about understanding. It's about never being ashamed to not know, because that is the doorway to understanding. So he said, no, sir, I don't understand. Took away shame on them saying that. So, well, let me help you understand. So you see this hammer, it got a handle on it. Say, where you holding it at? He say, right here. I say, well, are you holding the handle? He say, no. I say, well, you got it in the wrong position. So everything this hammer was designed to do won't be invested or given to you, because you're holding it in the wrong position where it can't work. Do you understand? He said, yes, sir. So he grabbed it at the handle. I say, cover your wrist like this. I had to teach him about man muscles. I said, don't move. I say, straighten it out and ball your fist and see your man muscles move. See that man muscle right there? I say, you see you got a man muscle. I say, hold your arm strong so your man muscle can be strong, and you place the chisel where you want it, and now you hold it at a handle and you be confident. I say, you see this brick that you're about to bust? I say, the power is invested in you, not the brick. So you make the brick do what you want it to. Don't you do what the brick make you do. All I did was told him the power of position. In the position he put himself in. And he held it, and he looked at his man muscle, and he held the hammer by the grip, and he struck it with confidence, and the brick moved. Whoosh! It's like he found magic. Talking real life shit. How good is your defense? Everybody know football. Watching football with my son. I said, what cover they in? Cover 2, cover 1, cover 3. He know all the covers. The whole point of covering is being in position. If you out of position, you can't defend. Your defense ain't shit. The bald head, Barney Ho, gonna come in and say, you bitch ass motherfucker with an attitude when you ain't doing nothing but doing your job. And if you don't understand your position and you get caught out of position, man, she'll make you fumble the ball, and you'll be going back and forth with her, and you'll become the exact same opposite of her on the spectrum. You will be in darkness with her. There will be no light. See, the point of it all is we human beings. The question is, we humans being what? We humans being God or devil or light or darkness to each other. So the power is understanding your position on the spectrum and realizing that the power invested in you is to know to be or not to be. Breaking it down as pure as I can, man. How good is your defense? Taheem, you already know. I love you, brother. To be or to not be. Man, that ego is real. Alexa, what is the meaning of ego?
Ego is your sense of self, how you see and think about yourself. It's like your personal identity that helps you navigate the world.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Trab.
I see myself. I'm talking about when I close my eyes. I'm talking about me, I ain't talking about you. You got to answer these questions for yourself. And they say, what do God look like? What do God sound like? When I close my eyes, man, I see the perfect version. I'm talking about, man, I'm talking about when all the discipline, man, has taken over me. I'm talking about, man, I'm built. Man, I got a light around me. I'm talking about, man, that's what God looked like. I'm talking about, man, when they say he said, it's a voice that sounds like me in my head. Now I'm talking about me. You got to understand that about you, man. So whatever that is in your mind, when somebody tell you it ain't, it can't, it won't, and it don't. Boy, that ego want to break the chain. That's what make you want to fight. That's where your devil live. And don't make that wrong, because that will protect you. You can't deny it. Me, myself, and I. The God in me say, hey, Trav, calm down. Don't you let that bonnet head take you somewhere you don't want to go. Calm down. That's what the consciousness in me, that's what the God in me say. Calm down, man. And if you can just calm down long enough to look at the bonnet head wearing asshole, you will realize that what is wrong with her, or what is wrong with him, or what is wrong with them has nothing to do with you. It's just trying to pull you in. But if you're real enough to see it for what it is, you can defend. If you can't, you become it. To be or not to be. Can't stop the violence. Only way you can stop the violence if you don't bust a motherfucker across the head. It's the only way you can stop the violence. Come on, man. Tahim, see, I try to teach my daughter to hold the hammer the right way because her way ain't working. Come on, man. And guess what? She gonna learn. She gonna learn. Because the main thing you said, you making an effort to teach her. And you still teaching her. And when she get it, she gonna say, Daddy, I got it. And it's going to be a power when she can look back in the process. Because her baby's going to know how to hold a hammer. They say if I knew then what I know now, it wasn't meant for you to know it then. The powers that you know it now ain't growth, truth. I have grown to a better me. I'm growing, baby. You already know what time it is, Trey Prue. I love you, sister. You are enough. I'm talking about defense. I give honor and respect where I teach and also where I learn. Talking real life shit. She shared a moment. Trey Prue, I want to talk about you. She shared a real life moment where she was at work driving her bus. And she was confronted by a man who didn't understand her position. And he came at her aggressive. But she de-armed him and defended her peace. I saw a real live judo combo, and I learned from it. They say sometimes when you pay attention, they say God will show you how it works. I know it's real because I watched her make it real. Thank you, sister. Man, I done been at work, man. I done watch people cut a goddamn food. And I know I got love in me. Because I ain't cut a goddamn food. And I know I could have won. Some people competing with you, and they ain't even your competitor, nor can they compete. Nor will they ever be seen as competition. But they be competing. Sometimes, when I'm on offense, it's real life shit. And I can see it in their eyes. I can feel it. You can walk in a room. This real life shit. You know how it works. You know when somebody ain't real or feel you in the moment and ain't trying to be in the moment with you for whatever reason. But you know you ain't done nothing to them and they ain't done nothing to you. So this how it must work. There always must be a villain to every hero reality. There must be an antagonist to a protagonist. There must be someone to tackle when someone is running the ball. And when I'm running the ball, I need somebody to stand over there to tackle me so we can play. I'm a hero. So when someone identifies and says, I'll be the villain, I'll tackle you, I ain't talking about nothing deep. Learned this in the backyard. I called them like they say, little polar tink tink. One of the greatest ball runners in my mind. Come here. Stand right there. Get ready. You ready? Yeah. You gonna tackle me, right? Yeah. And I put my motherfucking head on their chin right here. And I put them knees up in their stomach. And I look at him in his eyes. You ain't had to play defense. You could have caught a pass. And I got good sportsmanship. I help him up off the ground. In a gesture, let him know it's respect. Father, forgive him for what he or she did not know. Someone cast a spell on my sister and made her a bonnet wearing head hoe. I empathize. I love you, sister. Let me help you realize. Take that bonnet off your goddamn head. Look in the mirror and love yourself. Lead with respect and dignity. When it's received by a man, it's one of the most powerful things that can come back from a man. Hey, brother, stop hating. Stop being jealous. Stop being envious. Ask me a question to help you understand how to stand in your posture and find your position as a man. Especially if you're inspired by something about me or something you see. I put a passion in my purpose to help you, brother. I don't talk about too much shit when it comes to current events. But one of the things that got me hot was motherfucking Don Lemon. Went in that church, gaslighting. Call it how you want to call it. Gaslighting. Gaslighting fear. Gaslighting all this bullshit in people's mind, making them not understand their position in real life shit. Say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud. I'm a black man. I even wrote a song about it. I'm just out here doing the best that I can, trying to stand on my own as a grown man. I wish there was one thing that y'all could understand, that it's hard being a black man. And if you're not a black man, there's no way you can really understand what it take and feel like to be a black man. But just understand all of the things that we've been through. I'm still beside you. Oh. Man, I break every stereotype, every chance I get in the praises of anybody who judge a black man by the worst of those or the less of those. That's what my granddaddy put in me, in pride and honor in my name. Man, I'm a black man. Somewhere along the line, we've been talking about this motherfucking brown shit. And we got women, man. We got our black women being led astray, thinking they coming a long way, not realizing that they're going the wrong goddamn way. They're being led on a mission to fight a fight for brown people. They was led in their churches, leaders, yelling a fight that ain't even fucking their own. And the only people been arrested is black women. Ain't no brown people on the news. Ain't no brown people giving a fuck. Only people being arrested for this is black women. Say it loud, so we have no misunderstanding or confusion. Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. I love y'all, man. Hold me.